As a return, I will fetch off these justices. I do see the bottom of justice shallow. Lord, Lord, how subject we old men are to this vice of lying. This same starved justice has done nothing but prate to me of the wildness of his youth and the feats he hath done around Turnbull Street, and every third word a lie, due or paid to the hearer than the Turk's tribute. I do remember him at Clement's Inn, like a man made after supper of a cheese paring. When he was naked, he was, for all the world, like a forked radish, with a head fantastically carved upon it with a knife. He was so forlorn that his dimensions to any thick sight were invincible. He was the very genius of famine, yet lecherous as a monkey, and the whores called him Mandrake. He came ever in the rearward of the fashion, and sung those tunes to the overscotched huzzaves that he heard the carman whistle, and swore they were his fancies or his good nights. And now is this vice's dagger become a squire, and talks as familiarly of John o' Gaunt as if he had been both sworn brother to him, and I'll be sworn he never saw him but once in the tilt yard, and then he burst his head for crowding among the marshal's men. I saw it, and told John o' Gaunt he beat his own name, for you might have thrust him and all his apparel into an eel skin. The case of the treble oak boy was a mansion for him, a court, and now he has land and beefs. Well, I'll be acquainted with him if I return, and shall go hard, but I'll make him a philosopher's 2 stones to me. If the young dace be a bite for the old pike, I see no reason in the law of nature, but I may snap at him. Let time shape, and there an end. I would you had but the wit. 'Twere better than your dukedom. Good faith, this same young sober-blooded boy doth not love me, nor a man cannot make him laugh. But that's no marvel. He drinks no wine. There's never none of those demure boys come to any proof, for thin drink doth so o'ercool the blood and make many fish meals, that they fall into a kind of male green sickness, and then when they marry, they get wenches. They are generally fools and cowards, which some of us should be too, but for information. A good sherris sack had a 2-fold operation in it. It ascends me into the brain, dries me there all the foolish and dull and cruddy vapours which the environ it, and makes it apprehensive, quick, forgettive, full of nimble, fiery, and delectable shapes, which, delivered o'er to the voice, the tongue, which is the birth, becomes excellent wit. The second property of your excellent sherris is the warming of the blood, which, before cold and settled, left the liver white and pale, which is the badge of pusillanimity and cowardice. But the sherris warms it, and makes it course from the inwards to the parts extremes. It illumineth the face, which as a beacon gives warning to all the rest of this little kingdom. Man to arm, and then the vital commoners, the inland petty spirits, muster me all to their captain, the heart, who, great and puffed up with his retinue, doth any deed of courage, and this valour comes of sherris. So that skill in the weapon is nothing without sack, for that sets it to work, and learning a mere hoard of gold kept by the devil till sack commences it and sets it in act and use. Hereof comes it that Prince Harry is valiant, for the cold blood he did naturally inherit of his father, he hath, like lean, sterile, and bare land, manured, husbanded, and tilled with excellent endeavour of drinking good and good store of fertile sherris, that it is become very hot and valiant. If I had 1,000 sons, the first human principle I would teach them should be to forswear thin potations and to addict themselves to sack. If I were sawed into quantities, I should make 4 dozen of such bearded hermits' staves as Master Shallow. It is a wonderful thing to see the semblable coherence of his men's spirits and his. They, by observing of him, do bear themselves like foolish justices. He, by conversing with them, is turned into a justice-like serving man. Their spirits are so married in conjunction with the participation of society that they flock together in consent like so many wild geese. If I had a suit to Master Shallow, I would humour his men with the imputation of being near their master. If to his men, I would curry with Master Shallow that no man could better command his servants. It is certain that either wise bearing or ignorant carriage is caught as men take diseases one of another. Therefore, let men take heed of their company. I will devise matter enough out of this Shallow to keep Prince Harry in continual laughter, the wearing out of 6 fashions, which is 4 terms or 2 actions, and he shall laugh without intervallums. Oh, it is much that a lie with a slight oath and a jest with a sad brow will do with a fellow that never had the ache in his shoulders. Oh, you shall see him laugh till his face be like a wet cloak ill laid up.
Sir John!
I come, Master Shallow! I come, Master Shallow!